What's going on, y'all? So Cam Newton decided to drop a top five college quarterback list coming into the 2026-2027 season. We're almost there. About a month away. SEC Media Days just got done. Big Ten Media Days coming up. Fall camp's about to happen. But I was going to make a top five college quarterback list trying to combat Cam with his list. But then I said, I believe in too many quarterbacks coming to this year. There's too many quarterbacks I believe in. They've been too much hype going around. Lenora Sellers, DJ Lagway. I said, okay, I can believe in those guys just for one more year. Let's see what they got. But then you definitely have Nico Imaiava. Let's see what nepotism baby Arch Manning does. But and then you have two quarterbacks that don't really like to talk about because you see the logo on my hat. Let's just get out the way. CJ Carr could have a big year, but he does lose both of his running backs. He does have a loaded receiving core, Cam Williams and some other guys. So we'll see what he does. And then Dante, their rosters both do Dante Moore and CJ Carr. Their rosters both help them more than they do my quarterback, Jayden Maiava, because our defense still skeptical then coming up to the season. So we'll see how USC's defense helps Jayden Maiava out. But Dante Moore coming into this season, he has a loaded roster. I'm hoping for Oregon to have a Penn State or Penn State Clemson year. Go 6-6, go to the Pinstripe Bowl, something like that. Because Clemson was returning a whole bunch of starters last year. And they didn't turn out how everybody wanted them to turn out. But so many quarterbacks, y'all. Drew Mestamaker coming over from North Texas to OSU. Got to watch more tape on what he's doing because a lot of NFL scouts are saying he could be a number one or a first round pick this year. So we'll see what he does. But let's see what Cam's list is coming about. I think I talked about some of the quarterbacks I like. Definitely have Darian Mensah going over to Miami with a number one now, formerly number 10. They're saying he could be the next Tyreek Hill. If you're a college football fan, you know what I'm talking about. But ESPN, and a lot of people hating on ESPN right now. I'm a college football fan, I don't really know. Like, if you're a USC fan out here, fight on. But you don't really need ESPN if you're a USC fan because all our games come on Big Ten or probably like CBS, Channel 4, or something like that. I can understand that, but I'm saying, like, if you're a regular college football fan, SEC Network, Big 12 Network, don't hate on ESPN. Like, I can see, they fired my boy Cam and Ryan Clark, and they did a lot of firings. How they did it was very wrong. But if you a consumer of ESPN, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like, sheep or nothing like that, but I watch college football, so I'm a shout out ESPN. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. Shout out SEC Network too.
New is loud, Peggy. What we got?
Todd McShay's terrible college QB list.
Todd McShay is going to get you fired.
Dante.
Thought this was your list, Cam. We're combating Dom. We're combating Todd.
More Oregon.
Okay.
Lenora Sellers, South Carolina.
Still. See, if I made a top five, Lenoris would probably be in it for me. This would be like this Gunner. I didn't talk about my boy Gunner. Gunner gets so much disrespect out here, man. He's so underrated as a quarterback. I just think, for me personally, Gunner Stockton, I don't think he can get better. I think he's just going to stay the same. He's just going to give his all to the game, just like he did last year. I don't know where that could take Georgia this year, so we'll see. But Lenoris, Jayden Maiava, Stockton, more proven quarterbacks, and then some of the other ones like CJ Carr and Julian Sayin out there, kind of unproven, but not, I wouldn't say unproven, but the what is it? The hype more around them is better than Jayden Maiava.
2. Sam Levitt, LSU. 3. At 4, CJ Carr, Notre Dame, and Arch Manning, Texas, in either order. Same grade. At 6, Darian Mensah.
So this is his college football rankings.
Okay.
Quarterback ranking.
I'm not going to do a top 10.
Okay.
I'm just going to do my top 5.
Okay.
I took issue with people who are so-called experts of scouting, all right? Because when you have guys in my day, Todd McShay was one of those guys. Mel Kiper is still one of those guys. Mike Mayock was still one of those guys. And when Mike Mayock took the job in Las Vegas,
Yeah, this is all cool, but Sam Levitt at 3 is crazy. I'm
to
just gonna.
become the GM showed you how much he actually knew at football. Because
At football.
it wasn't like the Las Vegas Raiders was Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah.
Him and John Gruden burned the house down
Toilet
before
bowl
it
contenders.
even got built.
Mm-hmm.
And we ain't talking about them fire stuff caused by the desert.
Cause it was hyped up to be that deal.
Man,
Mike
listen.
Mayock as Jim,
High me up.
John Gruden.
Bum, bum, bum. Man, listen, go on and sit down somewhere. Now, when I see Todd McShay make certain predictions of his top 5, look, bro, I judge quarterbacks on a metric scale that should be always judged with everybody else.
What is that?
If they haven't led their team to any postseason type of game, especially at a Power 4 team. Now, you got a guy like Drake May, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You got guys like Justin Herbert, all right? But for me, what did you do with
Oh, wait. That was Bo Nix. My bad.
you were that guy? You didn't go to a BCS game? You wasn't in the playoffs? Yeah.
Cam, not everybody you though. Cam, not everybody can be Cam. Not everybody can be good as Cam. Like, damn, like you can't use Brady. Brady won at all levels. Who else? Like, mm. Russ went to the. Okay, I'll let you cook. Cam.
Some would say, man, Dante Moore is overhyped. He don't perform. Well, he lost to the national champions.
Okay.
That was a really good team, brother. Relax. I have Dante Moore at number 1. Okay. Number 2, I have Arch Manning. His bloodline.
We're hearing the same stuff, right? Like I just heard his metric scale, and he's a hypocrite.
Alone. Arch is in a position where you know he's going to be good.
Hold on, pause. Dante at number 1. Why? What about his game that he should be the number 1?
Dante possesses certain skills that he just looked like a number 1 player.
He plays like
poised. He has talent around him. He delegates the ball in place.
I can give you Jayden Daniels and Dante. Like I wouldn't like he doesn't look that guy. He is poised. A lot of quarterbacks look poised. You know, Carson Wentz looked poised at point sometimes. See how that turned out. So
is that it's like, okay, that's Matt Stafford like. See what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like him being at Oregon with Coach Dan Lanning, and to see that offense produce and perform at it, like when you playing guys like Ohio State, when you're losing to guys like
I will say Dante does make the throws you need to make. You know, the routine throws that Arch needs to work on, and a lot of other quarterbacks. So
Indiana,
Dante is
you
there.
can't get mad at that. And you can say, hey, Cam, it's how you lost. I get that. But to see the first game of the season, Arch Manning, and to see what Arch Manning was playing at by the end of the season, okay, you can see promise.
So you went, okay. So
100%.
Dante
Wait.
Moore.
Uh-huh.
You have
Arch
Manning. My number 3 is Trinidad Chambers. Why?
Forgot about that boy. Forgot about the man.
He showed the world he's a gamer on the biggest stage versus a great team in Georgia. And who's to say?
I mean, I live on the West Coast, and if you know, I'm trying to forget about that team. If you know the history, I'm just saying.
Old or not, what he was able to do, that guy's a football player. When you have the opportunity everywhere that he's been, D1, D2, D3, D4, high school, it didn't matter. He was a football player.
He balled out. Now that he's legit.
He showed it. The same with Cam Ward. Cam Ward was not at Miami, he showed flashes like, okay, who's this kid?
Mm-hmm.
Now you give him the stage of Miami. Now it's like, okay.
Still gonna blossom.
And it's not to say that guys who are in different jerseys now are.
But Cam didn't have that. Did Cam have that hype coming in though? I don't think Miami had that hype. Like he came in and beat Florida and put himself on the map right then and there. You know, walked into Gainesville and did what he did. Like nobody was now in this NIL era. I don't think the NIL era is as big as it was, 2 years ago was when Cam Ward came in. Because Drew Mastermaker, you're looking at what he's going to do. OSU, even in the nation looking at OSU right now, like what is Drew Mastermaker going to do? Because scouts are telling us, hey, he might be a first round pick. So even Sam Levitt, I don't believe in Sam Levitt because, he had a lot of help in that Texas ASU game. I thought Cam Scatterbo was the MVP of that game. If you go look at that game, Cam Scatterbo made some throws in that game and he was running the ball in that game. So yeah, like a lot. I just think there's a lot of more hype on these quarterbacks. So let's see if they can, perform to that hype, or
not going to propel or their stock to rise, but they're considered black horses. When I also look at my list and I look at number 4, nobody's talking about CJ Bailey at North Carolina State. Who
You're
is CJ
crazy.
Bailey? CJ
You're
Bailey
crazy.
was Jeremiah Smith high school quarterback. That was a really good high school football team.
But
Straight Dookie. You already just said that was a really good high school football team. Yes, it was. Nigga, no one cares. Okay, so what if it was Jeremiah Smith quarterback? Okay, so what? He still has to perform. He hasn't showed me nothing. He has the intangibles 6'5", 215 pounds, or whatever. He has not shown it on the field week in and week out. I'm sorry. I've seen CJ Bailey's games against Georgia Tech and some other games. He wasn't that good in those games. So let's see what he does in this upcoming season. But top 4 list, that's that SEC bias. That's that country bias over there. That Southern bias. You need to chill out, Cam. Calm down.
Also, ACC, are they playing the same type of competition? Because a lot of people be like, why would we even compare them to this?
Well, you had.
Are we comparing conferences now? Like, Boogie, please.
Guys that play at D2 schools still go. What's my boy that went to North Dakota State?
Trinidad just came from a D2. Like,
Trey Lance.
You got Trey Lance. You got
Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz. Don't nobody say nothing about that. Don't nobody say Josh Allen went to Wyoming.
Well, they were D1.
Well, D1 AA. Yeah.
D1 AA. But
still, they're not.
I get your point. I get your point.
The words that came out of your mouth was, "Are they playing against talent?"
Yeah.
That's what the argument that I'm.
Yeah, and the ACC is like,
when you compare the statistics.
Oh, see, these two, they don't really watch college football like that. I definitely know Boogie doesn't watch college football like that because he got some names wrong when listing some quarterbacks. I watched a video 2 weeks back. He was listing some quarterbacks that were in college football. He couldn't get the names right. He was pronouncing them wrong. Yeah.
Georgia Tech, Clemson.
It didn't matter.
Haynes King, you disrespecting Haynes King in that line?
Other quarterbacks, it's impressive. 68,
you stupid.
Around 68% of completion percentage. He's going to get better. 6'6", 210, whatever the statistics or his tangibles, that's cool. They didn't say nothing about Drake May. Drake May went high in the draft, rightfully so. Yeah. Big kid, very talented, athletic, but he wasn't in the college football playoffs.
Or the Heisman.
None of that. Yeah. So when you're talking about grades.
Played at North Carolina and was like no talent around him really, and he went to North Carolina because of his family, so he had reasons.
What are you doing with the cards that you were dealt? That's what I look for.
Okay.
And at number 5, I got Julian.
Jayden Maiava, man. His defense sucks, but he performed. That offense is putting up points every week. Lincoln Riley in the offense, offense, he's got it covered down. Defense, we need to lock it down because Caleb, that was the whole thing with them and why we couldn't beat Utah, why we couldn't get to the college football playoff. Still hurts me to this day. And Kyle Whittingham, we need to get our get back if Lincoln Riley's still there next year.
Okay. a kid who has been ranked extremely high ever since high school. Okay, initially went to Alabama, transferred to Ohio State. But boy, when you throwing it to the Carnell Tates and the Jeremiah Smiths, Peggy, you can doggone go out there and look like you all world too.
But that's what I'm saying. Hold on. I am all world. But that's what I'm saying. Even with him, this even validates him because of what he's who he's throwing to.
Well, the person that pops up in my brain, Matt Leinart. Matt Leinart was at USC. He had Lindale White, Reggie Bush, Dwayne Jarrett, Mike Williams. I mean, he had a slew of stars.
Facts.
When he got to the league, right? So it is what it is.
I was gonna say Mac Jones, but he's like he brought up that league, so I'm like, I just watched that Bussin' with the Boys interview. Shout out what they did with Mac Jones. That was a really good interview. Shout out Mac. But yeah, hopefully he can start this year. I got big hopes for Mac.
Can't get mad at Julian because he got dealt ace of spade, king of spade, queen of spade, jack of spade, 5 of spade, 3 of spade, and 2 of spade, and ace high.
Oh, he ain't cutting.
He said Boston.
The man. Have you ever been there? Well, with that hand, you supposed to go to Maine. Because I'm telling you, he don't got no hearts in his hand.
Yeah.
And even the offhand that he got, man, he got the ace of diamonds, the king of diamonds, and then he got a doggone ace of club. Boy,
he's still killing
it up on that doggone table. And one day I'll say something, boy. I'm telling you. Boy, I'm gonna make it be known.
So we really don't know what he can do without them, but we'll never know. I guess in the words of Kanye West, I guess we'll never know.
There's other quarterbacks to be mentioned too. You got C.J. Carr at Notre Dame. I'm not saying that you cannot produce. Initially for the preseason,
Gunner, man.
I'm looking at
Gunner.
Trinidad Chambers have shown that he.
I like Gunner too.
Quarterback.
But you put Arch over Trinidad.
Yes.
Even his struggles, the struggles that you saw Arch go through last year.
Early on, it's like, and then like you said, Trinidad.
Them defenses, them SEC defenses, he's gonna go up against again. That Florida defense, it's not changing. They still got them boys over there at Florida. Like, we'll see. Hey, we'll see what Arch has to do, though.
That was the baller on so many different levels. Changed up his coach. Did all this at Ole Miss.
Yeah, but then also Trinidad has had a lot of experience to be able to be as good as he is.
But when you getting into the big boy league, they ain't talking about, well, you're good for a freshman. Are you good in the game right now?
True, but when you also looked at upon getting drafted, it's like, I'm going to take the younger player with potential over the guy that's a high production player.
That's perfect. But the ranking that is ranking right now, the current college football QB ranking on this landscape, in college football, are you taking Trinidad Chambliss over Arch Manning?
Yes. Let me tell you why. Upside. Every quarterback has to have a measure of upside that is his number one.
Oh, I think you worded that well. I think you answered the question wrong, Cam, but
value. Every single year we've seen Arch, he's gotten better and better and better. Not to mention what his last name is. Throw that out the window. That's always, he can't do anything about that. Mm-hmm. Every time we've seen Arch Manning, can we all say that Arch Manning has played his best football? Or has planked. No.
Mm-hmm. But he has gotten better.
At points.
I'm not saying that Trinidad has either.
The thing about Arch, too, I don't know if a running white quarterback will make it in the league. Like, I'm not trying to be, like race or anything like that. But I'm just saying there's been Zach Wilson, J.J. McCarthy, like you know what I'm saying? The list goes on, and we haven't really seen them pan out. They've been backup quarterbacks. So we'll see how Arch pans out because of the hype in his last name, because they're saying, hey, he has the running abilities like Archie and the throwing abilities like Peyton. So we'll see how it all plans out with him. But, I really was hoping JJ could become something, because if you look at his high school tape, it's just like, dude, like, why isn't he doing this in the league? He's juking people out, making crazy moves. So, yeah, I want Arch to succeed, but I'm just saying, Zach, JJ, We'll see where it heads out.
But when you sit up here and you give me a list, and I see Arch Manning in top 3, I can't complain about that. What I do have to complain about is Lenore Sellers, a guy who is a unbelievable talent at South
Dog.
Carolina. But damn, when you look at some of those plays, it's like, bro, I rock with you and all, dog, but somebody got to hold you accountable. You way better than what you showing, or at least we think so.
Make the routine throws, Lenoris. That's what you got to get down this season because that boy's talent. Hey, South Carolina fans, I know I'm a fan of the real USC, but South Carolina got one over there. I wouldn't be watching South Carolina if I didn't. I like Beamer. Hope he can keep his job this season. But Lenoris, that Virginia Tech game, he just shrugs off tacklers. You know, he's just a bulldozer out there. So we'll see what
Don't sit
happens,
up there
man.
and tell me that Cam, he ain't got no time when you got the fastest dude.
It's a big year for Lenoris.
Yeah.
I mean, doggone. I'm heavily critiquing quarterbacks, especially in college. Man, please. A quarterback is the reason why you win games, not lose. Decision making, consistency. These things matter. Hey, we know South Carolina's schedule is completely different than any other the CJ Carr, completely different than Julian Sand.
Arch Manning's schedule.
No, because Arch is in the SEC.
SEC, yeah, they playing each other. You talking about Dante Moore?
Dante Moore, that could be questionable because when you got teams, yes, we know the Ohio State.
Nico's.
Yes, we know. Like Nico's at UCLA, and I don't think a lot. He still has a blemish of how the Tennessee situation happened.
Yeah.
Last year was not a good year for Nico, and he was the guy and demanded so much. So when you're starting to say like, yo, just because you're talented, look, dog, we are living in a world of
because he led their team in rushing last year too. He was leading rushers, so that's a crazy pick of Cam. But yeah, Nico, Bob McChesney, see what they're going to do. I thought they were going to keep Rick Neuheisel, but they don't. He goes to Northwestern with Chip boy out there. So we'll see how Nico does because definitely got high hopes for what he has going on. Want him to succeed because he had a lot of heat, but definitely don't want him to have success in our USC game. So
IL and transfer portal. It's simple. Do guys want to play with you or not? Especially, hey man, we need this dude. I'm transferring over here because I know he this or he that.
No.
Point blank period. So that's how I analyze quarterbacks, especially at that level. I'm heavily critical to guys that don't win in college. That's a red flag to me.
No.
I don't care if you D1 AA, D2, Ivy League.
I don't know what winning is to Cam because like it's 9-3 like good, like because that's not the college football playoffs. So I don't really know like what we really comparing right now, Cam. So yeah, like I guess winning's like you can go 9-3. We still good. All right, cool.
Did you win though? Because if you can't get your peers to follow you and to follow suit, when you go into I was just having this conversation with Caleb Downs and Josh Downs. You go from
It's the NIL era. It might be harder to do that.
21, 22,
honestly.
19, 18-year-olds. To now you're in a huddle with 35, 32, 29. And you the young buck. And you giggling. Talking about 6, 7. Man, but hey, lock in.
Yeah, facts.
You over here trying to do TikTok. Talking about follow me back. Man, listen. Follow instructions on this playbook, man. You talking about hanging out, man. Me and my wife got a date tonight.
Yeah.
What is you talking
I
about?
got kids, man.
What the hell is you talking about? So the dynamic is changing.
I don't believe. Man, maybe like Juju Smith-Schuster. But other than that, yeah.
If you cannot perform amongst your peers, I'm
Odell Beckham,
belief
Jarvis,
to make me think that
those
you're
type of
gonna be
receivers.
men.
Mm-hmm.
It's that simple.
Just make sure you keep that whole winning thing, the main thing when you talk about my guy Hurts. That's all I ask, bro.
That has nothing to do with the.
Oh, bro.
This guy
This
sucks.
guy here. But even with that conversation,
I like
are
that.
they winning because of
I
you,
like that.
Julian saying?
So I like that.
Yeah.
It's
No.
the same argument.
Yeah, but like that's true. That's true. 100%.
Dante Moore, you got top five, but there's been top 5 production that's like, okay, I can see that. But when you're throwing it to a 6'4", 6'5" man child at Ohio State, and you're playing Rutgers.
And 6'3". Don't sleep on who got drafted last year by the Titans. His name started with a C. But yeah, him too, he was about 6'3". I didn't know he was that big. Like, he plays small. I think he's gonna be a really good receiver, the one that got drafted by the Titans that came from Ohio State. But he plays smaller than what his build is. And I think that's a really good key or factor to his game. So we'll see how his rookie season goes. But I liked him too. But and then you got Bo Jackson in that run game too. So
What are we doing?
Don't forget Chris Henry's son is there now too.
Hello. And I knew him.
do we want to get into those freshmen? Chris Henry and Legend Bay? Have we seen Legend Bay's highlight tape? Scary stuff. I would recommend go checking it out before the USC game. I'm just
Play that C1 in.
Yeah. This guy- you know what?
Absolute dog. It's hard for me to be like, okay, buddy. You know what? Let's try something real quick. Let's do a trick play. Rudy. No, that ain't Rudy. That's Peggy.
Man,
Come
please.
on, man.
That's your star player.
Man, please. Anybody can win with that lineup.
Fact.
Coach Day has really curated a roster that's ready to win yesterday. Let's see if he's able to win, barring any type of injury. Okay.
please have the Penn State year. Please be the Clemson of this year. Please. Please. I'm praying on their downfall, man. I'm praying on Oregon's downfall. Oregon, you gotta lose, bro. I'm tired of you. I'm tired of you beating us. We can't have it no more. I can't do it. Oh man, but definitely loaded. It's just
We
crash
want
and burn. You did lose both your coordinators. Let's get that out the way too. You know, might not be all guns and roses or pins and needles. It's gonna be pins and needles for sure for Oregon out there. So
is at Ohio State, especially with that type of roster.
Thanks.
Is that it, Peggy?
That's it, Book.
I said, is that it, Peggy?
That's it,
We're
Book.
gonna add a finger then. Gonna add a finger. Oh, why you gonna get your pinky then? Gonna get your pinky. Can't forget about the thumb.
all right, Cam. Your list was basically I'd give it a D. And then Todd McShay's list, I'd probably give it D too because he had Sam Levitt and then he had Lenoris. Lenoris would be my 5th one. He would be my what's you call like my potential. That's what I'm throwing in there. I'll give you my top 5. All right, Darian Mensah coming with a new team. I wouldn't put it in number 1. I don't really have a top 5 like a order, but I'll just go Gunnar Stockton, Jayden Maiava, Dante Moore, Lenora Sellers, Darian Mensah. That's my top 5. Don't be mad at me. Let me know in the comments what you think. But we got